Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We try to do this for your listening pleasure. Been a while since we've been here, but with over 1,500 audios, hopefully there are things that you enjoy. Regardless, this is kind of how you need to know that you need better boundaries. Boundaries are important because they allow us to have the energy to continue doing the things we need to accomplish and also allow us to avoid burnout, mental health, emotional health, and physical health related challenges. So if you are trying to develop better boundaries for yourself, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, coaching can help with that. Identifying what your boundaries are, how you need to implement them, where your weak points may be in establishing them, and false beliefs as it relates to not establishing them is an important part of making lasting and meaningful connections that will, ultimately improve your quality of life in multiple ways. So hopefully this is helpful to you. If you need that, though, please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will get you in touch with me or a member of my team, and we can go from there. First is, if you're feeling physical symptoms. Now, physical symptoms could be everything from just feeling unwell, feeling sore, feeling tired all the time, feeling stomach-related issues, other physical challenges, headaches, nausea, anything, heart palpitations, elevated blood pressure, any sort of physical symptom that your body is declining as it relates to stress is a sign that you may need to set better boundaries. Stress happens when we have too many obligations in front of us and the belief that we don't have enough time to do them well or that people are going to be disappointed with our performance in some way. Obviously, we're going to feel that way from time to time, but if that's a consistent feeling, then it's something that needs to be addressed and sooner rather than later. The quality of your work or quality of your life is declining on a consistent basis. This is to say, if you constantly notice that the responsibilities you do have aren't being fulfilled to the best of your ability, and or you feel as though that when you're doing things, you're not getting the enjoyment or the accomplishment out of it that you normally would. When you begin to notice that the things you're doing, people are being critical of, or you just feel like you're not giving your best effort. You know what your best effort feels like, looks like, and is like for you. And when you feel as though that's not happening, then you ultimately may need to set better boundaries. This is because there's only so much time in a day. There's only so many ways you can chunk information in your own mind. And when you don't have the ability to see yourself properly, your time management will begin to suffer. When you're not using your time efficiently, the things that normally you'd be able to do without interruption or without stress will be negatively affected in a way that doesn't make sense for you to continue behaving in that manner. And so when you begin to understand that you're out of balance, it's super important to begin to identify ways that your life can improve, and time management and making time for yourself, relaxation, decompression is an important part of that. The motivation to do your daily tasks is there. In other words, if you're getting out of bed and you're stressed out or you're worried or you're tired before you even start your day, that's a good indicator that you don't have good boundaries. It's because the number of responsibilities in front of you feel like they outnumber the amount of energy you have, or they outlast the amount of energy you have. And so when that's a constant or consistent feeling, it's important to begin to understand that you don't always have to do everything that people have in front of you. Furthermore, the people that are going to allow you to do things for them and not notice that you're burning out, not notice that you're stressing out, are individuals who generally aren't really invested in you as a person. They're invested in how you benefit them. But for the most part, they may not even see the effect that their over request is having upon your life, and that can be toxic as well. Next is you're losing sense of self or self-identity. Now, this is a little bit harder to identify because especially if you have always been a people pleaser or a person who overgives, the arc of the overgiver becomes a consistent challenge for many folks. But in the end, when you believe that it's your identity to give to other people, learning a new behavior can be extremely difficult in that way. But when you know that that isn't working for you anymore, you'll also begin to start to kind of resent being in that role. And so when you start to feel stressed out because you don't have time for yourself or you don't even know where you're going or who you are anymore, that's another indicator that you got to set good boundaries. Setting good boundaries is a lifetime process. It's also something that you have to reevaluate every once in a while, and working with a coach can allow you to do that. Would love to be of help to you in that way. Please keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.